If you have watched episode 100 of Pop the Balloon and you've seen this woman's segment, how would you describe it to someone that has not seen it yet? Now, honestly, if we had to describe it in one word, we would say that it was weird. And I'm not trying to throw no shade and nothing like that. There's just no other words that I could use to describe this whole scenario and just how weird it was. Now, if you want to see the clips, I know a lot of people in our last video asked to see the clips of what was happening. Unfortunately, we can't show the clips due to copyright. Arlette and BM now copyright their content, so we can't show that. But we'll tell you the timestamp of where she's at in the video, and we're going to link the original video in the description. She's around the 37-minute mark. Go click on that link and check out the whole clip yourself. But let's talk about it. We're going to talk about what happened in this entire interaction with her and why this whole thing was just so weird to us. And we're also going to go through a few of the comments as well. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, well, let's get right into the story. So you remember the first thing you told me when she walked out?
The first thing I said was, oh, wow, we get to see backstage, because this lady, I don't even think we got her name. So she will be known as, for this video, Miss Ma'am. So Miss Ma'am starts the video by giving us a little leg action, very Jessica Rabbit, very burlesque moment that she truly, truly wanted on camera. So they had, so much so that they had to turn the camera all the way to the edge of the stage so that we could actually see parts of the natural studio as she is so effortlessly showing off her burlesque leg.
Yeah, and I want to say this is actually one of the first standout moments, because I don't know if we've ever seen this part of the stage during the show.
Never seen it.
But they clearly had to turn the camera to show it, because she was making a spectacle, just moving her leg up and down, and just like, she was just trying to do it as seductively, I guess, as possible.
Very slinky.
Yeah,
very Pink Panther.
Yeah, so from second one, she was already on something completely different than we have ever seen on Pop the Balloon ever.
And completely different than what the vibe of the show is, right? But she has more for us. Let's go ahead and see what Miss Ma'am does next. So here she is. She makes her entrance. As you see, there is a slight C curve, or not even slight, a very exaggerated C curve in that back. She is showcasing every inch of curve that she got, and while simultaneously sizing up these men in the lineup. And as you can see from their reactions, just look at everybody. They are not knowing exactly how to feel. Here we start to get some pops as she starts to slowly advance towards the gentleman. Homeboy in the black is cracking up.
Losing.
Homeboy in the green is terrified, scared for his life.
And I would just like to add, right? I really want to emphasize how slow she was walking. From this moment to this moment was the slowest of slow walks that you will ever see. She was taking her time. She wanted them to she just wanted them to absorb everything about her presence and just let them digest her walking into the room. And she took her sweet time with this. Again, I don't think we've ever seen anybody walk into the room as slow as she did. And that's why you're starting to see the pops commence and go on, because the guys don't know how to react to it.
Absolutely. And I would even say she didn't even care how these gentlemen digested it. They were going to get it whether they liked it or wanted to digest it or not.
Yo, they laughing.
Okay.
They laughing and popping. This guy right here in the brown got his tongue out, trying so hard not to die of the laughter.
Yes, he is so weak right now.
he is beyond weak. But yeah, as you can see, she's still just slowly approaching them methodically, just ready to seduce every man in the lineup. And look, she giving him the pose again.
She hit the model 2-point turn. She hit a little turn on them.
Hit the turn on him, man.
So that they could see the full package. You know, gotta see what all she's working with. You know, it needed its own segment. Miss Ma'am needed her own segment, and she definitely made it. So she goes ahead, does her little 2-point turn with a little slight look over the shoulder. She's dangerous, but she's still a damsel in distress. Come save me. Right? So she's just giving you full production value. Miss Ma'am is working it.
And I'd like to say, too, that I know we're calling her Miss Ma'am, but that's because we genuinely, like, this is not even a joke. We genuinely don't know her name because we don't get to that part.
We never get her name.
We never get her name because you gonna see. We're gonna talk about it. But she's finally starting to approach Arlette after Arlette has been sitting here in silence. That's another thing. You could really feel the silence of the show, like in a moment like this, because they don't have any background music, anything like that. In a moment like this, when she's walking out in slow motion and it's just crickets, I don't know. It just made the moment like 10 times slower, 10 times more emphasized. Like, it was crazy. So she finally comes to Arlette.
Of course, because you hear every step. You hear every heel click. You hear every shuffle as the gentlemen are trying to like figure out, okay, how am I'm on camera. Miss Ma'am is weird. I'm very uncomfortable, but I'm also trying to not look uncomfortable because I am on camera and this is national YouTube. You feel and see all of that.
So yeah, again, she steps over to Arlette. Arlette is cheesing because she's just been waiting this entire time. But we get right here and we finally get to the moment where Arlette gets to ask her, what is your name? I think this was the moment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, what is your name?
Yes. So Arlette goes ahead and asks Miss Ma'am what her name is, and Miss Ma'am must have taken a page out of Queen Lupita Nyong'o's book. If y'all have seen the movie Us, and y'all heard her voice in the Us movie, I'm talking about the red jumpsuit version of Lupita in that movie, sounded just like that.
Just like it.
Just like that. She pulled that voice out from the deepest depths of her soul, okay? And starts to address Arlette's question in that voice, and almost it felt like that persona as well. Like, I almost felt like she was literally trying to transport us into some other dimension. Like, this started to feel a little bit alien to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. And she was just really putting on a show at this point. Yes. And it was so clear. It was so evident. And I mean, everybody again is just in laughter. You could see Arlette right there trying to cover her mouth. Arlette's trying her best to be as professional as she can be.
That is how otherworldly it is. You see how everybody on this lineup is weak. Homeboy with the white shirt, brown pants is like grabbing the center of his pants, just trying to grab hold of something to stay stable because she is shaking the entire framework of this show just by answering the way she did. Like, it was really a spectacle, really something to see.
They're dying, yo. Dude in the white is losing it. And look, again, Arlette on the close-up is dying. I forgot what she was saying at this point. Oh, no, she was about to say attention, right?
Yes.
I think she was loading up for that. Arlette is still dying. She did it right here.
Attention.
So attention!
She's okay because Miss Ma'am is like, okay, hello, back, eyes on me. You're missing the plot.
Yeah, so when
I need you to focus. I haven't given you my name yet. You're going to want to hear it. It's a good one. So she literally goes complete drill sergeant
attention
and yells for these men to hit attention.
Yeah, like no BS. She actually did that because they were all laughing when she said my name is,
which is again another voice change that Miss Ma'am decides to do. It's I'm telling you, the production value A1.
Yep. And look, as we go on, they're still laughing. I think just about at this point, almost every guy has popped their balloon. I'm trying to see if this guy on the far right has his balloon. I see a little red.
I believe everybody has their balloon.
Just about everybody. And Arlette is just the cheesing, yo. And I don't know.
Arlette's face here is like, BM, please.
Yeah, at this point, we're kind of looking over to BM to see what's happening with that. And you know what? Now the lady, Miss Ma'am, has to look over at BM now too. Because you know why? He got her ass up out of there.
Absolutely.
BM had enough. And my thought when she was doing all this, going in slow motion, being methodical, and just clearly making it a show and a spectacle, I was just wondering if BM was going to kick her out. And our last video was entirely about a contestant in the last episode who was wasting a lot of people's time by holding on to her balloon to the end, even though she knew that, she didn't want the man from the beginning. She just wanted more screen time, and she was never kicked off the show. And with this woman, BM had enough.
Had enough.
I'll give him his credit here. I would wholeheartedly give him his credit because he actually, he was like, all right, you're playing too many games. You're not taking it seriously. And he had said to her too that she's not taking it seriously here. And she's looking at him and she's like, I am taking it seriously. I can't be myself. Like, that's like legitimately what she said to him. And I don't know if this is her genuinely her being herself, or she was literally just making a joke, or she was trying to start off by breaking the ice with some comedy. I don't know. But BM had enough of it because, again, she was wasting mad time doing everything in slow motion. And as you can see here, she's posing. She had already given Arlette the mic at this point. She called her host, right? She's like, thank you, great host, or whatever she said. And she's just posing as she walks off, and she's done with the whole interaction. And she walks off. She's out of here. Everybody just thought it was hilarious. Now, I just like this image so much, man, because I feel like this kind of sums up the entire interaction.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
It definitely does. Arlette is fighting for her life, but she made it through. You made it through, girl. You made it through, and I commend you for it, because this was a lot. This was a lot, for
definitely was. So now that we talked about, what made this so special and why it was so weird to us, let's take a look at some of the comments that this got on the episode as well, right? So, the lady came in with demonic energy and BM told her to get the fuck out of here. Now, I'm not going to be completely mean and cold-blooded. I know I'm using the word weird to describe it, but again, it's because I can't think of anything else that I would use to describe it, or unless you want to say special, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say it was demonic. I feel like demonic is, I don't know.
It takes you to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I'm just not going to put that label on this woman. She was definitely a character, but yeah, BM did tell her she got to get up out of here. And like I said, I'm going to give him his credit for telling her to go when she had to, because I don't know. It didn't seem like she was taking this show too serious. Again, maybe her personality could have been a funny one and she was genuinely just trying to crack some jokes at first. But even then, her jokes were taking too long to hit because of how long it was taking her to walk out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It just started to feel like a waste of everybody's time and resources, because the longer this episode takes to film, the more money Arlette and BM are spending. Yeah. So we got to keep the show rolling.
Yeah, time is money, resources. Hey, your camera got a memory card, and she wasn't about to take up all the memory. They have more people to get to. The next comment, you want to read this one?
Sure. So this viewer goes, I am so glad BM kicked that third girl off, aka Miss Ma'am, because what the fuck was that? Our sentiments exactly.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this? When they said this comment, now I think about it, I genuinely think, like, no BS, that was the actual words I used. Like, when she walked out, I literally think I said, what the fuck was that? Yeah. Like, I'm not even lying. They just took the words right out of my mouth, because I was so lost. Yeah. I'd never seen anything like it. I'm not mad at this woman, right? I'm not upset with her. I'm not like, oh my gosh, like I don't know. I'm just not infuriated. I was just confused. I was just like, what's going on? Again, Arlette's face says it all. I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what we were here for. It just had me completely duped, confuddled, confused, flabbergasted. I don't know.
Yeah, I think how we were feeling probably echoes how everybody was feeling in the studio, and probably even more so because they were living it, right? This woman literally came to give us dinner and a show, and she provided
gave us
that.
All of those things. The last comment that we have, I'm glad they didn't cut the weird lady performance out and actually showed us.
Yes.
What's the symbol? It's like the T.
I'm giving you the T fingers with my middle finger and my thumb right now. Giving them to Arlette and BM, because they could have easily said, you know what, we're not airing this, and just decided that this was too outlandish or too far from the point of the show, and it messes up the whole structure and framework that we had. They could have literally decided to just cut that part, but they decided to be real and authentic and really show the real people that they invite onto the show. Yep. And the way that they act on camera, the way that they interact with Arlette, with the lineup of contestants. Like, they said, you know what, fuck it, let's just keep it in. because why not? She was there. It happened. We'll let you see it.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie too. I think BM and Arlette are like geniuses when it comes to marketing, because even though their show is definitely serious, well, some people would say Pop the Balloon is not 100% serious. I saw comments like that too, but you know what I mean. Like because people come there to get screen time, blah blah. But the point is, they take the show seriously. BM clearly takes it seriously, and they want to help people find matches, find love, and get through it professionally, blah blah. But even with that, they know that moments like this matter, and moments like this bring views and eyeballs. So you keep it in there. So even if people were not going to watch this episode, Pop the Balloon, even though millions of people watch Pop the Balloon, if people see this clip, they see this video of us talking about it, telling the story. They see other people posting the clips on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, whatever, showing this clip. Those people might now feel like they got to check out that episode, because what the fuck was that, like the last person said?
Absolutely. It's going to send that traffic right back to this episode, which is a very special episode anyway. It's their 100th episode anniversary. And for those of you who have watched the episode, you know that it is flooded with the Love or Pop advertisements for their app. So it is the perfect episode for traffic as far as, Arlette and BM's business model is concerned, for people to come and view, because not only do you see the content that we've been putting out, but we also got this new thing, this Love or Pop app, this dating app that we want everybody to start flooding that as well, and paying for those subscriptions. And also keeping this clip of this woman in, it also introduces this new conversation of like, okay, yes, you can be yourself on this platform, right? Nobody is telling you to be a certain way, or to be demure, to be mysterious, to be open-minded, to be whatever. You can be whoever you are and whoever you want to be on this show. However, it does beg the question of where the line is, right? Yes, be yourself, but it also has to work within the framework of the show. So that's why I think, what you were saying, we're not mad at this woman. Like, nobody is, coming at this woman. Be yourself, sure. But also there is a level of awareness that contestants do or should have when they come on the show, and they are presenting as themselves, presenting as what they, going for what they want in a romantic sense. But also it has to work within the framework of the show. It just has to.
Yeah, I would like to add my concluding thoughts as I appreciate you, Miss Ma'am, for giving me this experience, because I was indeed weak. Although I was confused, I was weak. It was funny. Hey, the performance worked. It did something. It got views. It got me here talking about it now. So thank you, Miss Ma'am.
10s across the board, Miss Ma'am. 10s across the board.
You have by far... It's so crazy. You have by far the shortest segment in the entire episode that felt like the longest segment in the entire episode. And I appreciate you for that. And I also want to give a shout out to BM and Arlette and congratulate them on Love or Pop, because they're clearly happy about it. Because like you said, flooded with ads everywhere. It had like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ads for Love or Pop. And I ain't mad at them. Do your thing. Get your money. It's a new app. You got to promote it. So congratulations to BM and Arlette. Anything you got to add in conclusion, or?
No, I think that just about wraps it up. I am so excited for the evolution of Pop the Balloon. I think that Arlette and BM are doing an amazing job with their platform and with their content. And I'm just really excited to see, more expansion and more from Arlette and BM. They're really great.
Yep. So let us know what you think down in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is A&Jay, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.